Welcome to Bane versus the Punisher, two highly trained combat specialists coming into contact and fighting to the death. Who will win? Now, before we start getting into details, we first must explain who the two characters are and what abilities they possess.
Ones I put down, people I killed. I want you to know that I'd do it all again. This is a circus, all right?
The Punisher, also known as Frank Castle, is a fictional anti-hero appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. Created by writer Gary Conway and artist Ross Andru, the character first appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man 129 in February 1974. The Punisher is a vigilante who takes justice into his own hands, using extreme methods to eliminate crime and punish those he deems deserving of punishment. He was a former Marine who saw his family murdered in front of him, which drove him to become the Punisher. His quest for vengeance is unrelenting, and he will stop at nothing to eliminate those he sees as criminals. The Punisher is a complex character, as he is often portrayed as a sympathetic figure due to his tragic backstory, but also as a ruthless killer due to his methods. He operates outside the law, and his brutal tactics have made him a controversial figure, both within the Marvel Universe and in popular culture. Despite this, the Punisher has a loyal following and has appeared in numerous comic book series, television shows, and films. He is often portrayed as an anti-hero who operates in a gray area between good and evil. He is willing to do what is necessary to rid the world of evil, even if it means breaking the law and taking lives. In addition to his physical prowess and military training, the Punisher is also known for his extensive arsenal of weapons, which he uses to deadly effect. He is a skilled marksman and hand-to-hand combatant, and his military background makes him a formidable opponent. In conclusion, the Punisher is a complex and controversial character who elicits both sympathy and fear. Despite his brutal methods, he remains a popular figure in popular culture due to his unwavering commitment to justice and his tragic backstory.
No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
Bane is a fictional supervillain appearing in American comic books published by DC Comics. Created by Chuck Dixon, Joe Moench, and Graham Nolan, the character first appeared in Batman: Vengeance of Bane 1 in January 1993. Bane is one of Batman's most dangerous foes, known for his immense physical strength and intelligence. Born and raised in the harsh prison known as Pena Dura in Santa Prisca, Bane's childhood was marked by violence and abuse. This experience shaped him into a formidable fighter, but also a cunning strategist. Bane's goal is to prove that he is the superior version of Batman, and to do so, he sets out to destroy the Dark Knight and his legacy. He achieves this by breaking the original Robin, Jason Todd, and then orchestrating a mass escape from Arkham Asylum, which leads to the death of several Batman allies. In the Nightfall storyline, Bane figures out Batman's secret identity and attacks him physically and psychologically, nearly killing him. He then dons the mantle of the Batman and terrorizes the citizens of Gotham City. However, his reign is short-lived as he is eventually defeated by the newly resurrected Bruce Wayne. Bane's appearance is notable for his muscular build and distinctive luchador mask, which he wears to alleviate the pain from the serum that enhances his physical abilities. The serum, known as the Venom formula, was developed in Pena Dura and gives him superhuman strength, but also requires regular doses to maintain its effects. In conclusion, Bane is a complex and formidable villain whose intelligence and physical prowess make him a constant threat to Batman and the citizens of Gotham. Despite his ruthless nature, he is a popular character in the Batman mythos, appearing in numerous adaptations in different media. Detail number 1. Teamwork with Bane. Getting supervillains to work together isn't easy. In fact, there are very few villains who have been able to pull it off consistently. However, Bane is one of them. On 2 separate occasions, he was able to form a group of Batman's greatest villains and set them against the Dark Knight, using them as bait in his battle. If getting supervillains to work together is tough for supervillains, then Bane is truly the toughest. Detail number 2. Punisher, the one-man army. The Punisher is known for his skill in taking out entire gangs of criminals, whether they be drug cartels, street gangs, or mafia families. He is able to eliminate entire groups that have proven to be nearly impossible for others to take out. And it isn't just because he's willing to walk into a room with an M60 and blast everyone there. It's how one man is constantly able to survive against groups full of killers. Detain number 3. Bane, the master strategist. Bane's last plan to destroy Batman was extremely complicated, full of moving parts, the failure of any of one of which would have doomed the whole plan. However, Bane had spent so much time planning it all out and positioning everything just right, so even someone as brilliant as Batman would fall for it at every turn without discovering it too early. Bane's mastery of strategy is just about unmatched in the supervillain world. He led Batman around Gotham for months, pulling him deeper and deeper into his plan. Detail number 4. Punisher doesn't complicate things. The Punisher can be very smart, but he doesn't let his cleverness get in the way of his attitude. During his time in the Marine Corps, he learned that strategy is important, but one person shouldn't be so devoted to their strategy that they miss the obvious. The Punisher is the type of guy who likes the simple and forward method of solving problems. He doesn't have a problem thinking strategically, but he also knows that sometimes the best method to get through a wall involves explosives, not climbing. Detail number 5. Bane the Survivor. The difficulty of Bane's life started early. He was put in the worst prison in Santa Prisca as a child to serve out his father's sentence, and was able to not just survive but become one of the most dangerous inmates there, learning all he could, constantly working out, and becoming a formidable fighter. Bane was able to survive the most terrible childhood anyone could think of, constantly fighting for his life. He never gave up and learned that he could survive anything, no matter how threatening the situation. Detail number 6. Punisher is more than bullets. While Punisher is often known as being a guy who shoots first, then asks questions, he's in incredible physical shape and is an expert hand-to-hand combatant, adding to his already impressive Marine Corps training with mastery of several martial arts. He also always has his Marine Corps Kabar, the knife the Marine Corps gives to every recruit. Even without his weapons, Punisher is one of the deadliest hand-to-hand fighters around. Detail number 7. Bane's Venom. Venom is the drug that gives Bane his incredible strength. While it's extremely addictive, Bane has found that the benefits outweigh the negatives. Venom increases Bane's durability and speed as well as his strength, making him more than a match for most non-superpowered opponents. Add this to his already incredible fighting skills, and Venom makes Bane one of the most dangerous villains to go up against. He doesn't need Venom to be deadly, but with it, he's a hard foe to overcome. Detail number 8. Punisher doesn't care about superpowers. Punisher's methods have put him in the sights of the heroes of the Marvel Universe, and he's had a lot of success against them. He's been able to defeat heroes like Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Daredevil, 3 of the most formidable fighters around. Punisher doesn't let his foes' super abilities scare him. He just does what he always does, which is keep fighting, figuring out new ways to overcome the odds and triumph. He's made a career of triumphing over situations where it seemed like he was going to lose. Detail 9. Bane has defeated Batman twice. Batman is known for one thing by everybody, regardless of whether they read comics or not: winning. It's what Batman does best. He's one of the most skilled superheroes ever, and there are few who can defeat him. He doesn't lose very easily. So the fact that Bane has been able to defeat him twice is a huge deal. These weren't small defeats either. The first time he was able to break Batman's back, and the second time he was able to take Gotham City away from him. It's difficult to think of another villain who has racked up such impressive victories against Batman. Detail number 10. Punisher is fearless. One of the Punisher's defining features is that he's never scared, and it helps in every situation he's found himself in. Any other person would be scared of facing down a heavily armed drug cartel. For the Punisher, that's just another regular day. It's this fearlessness that makes Punisher so dangerous. It's not that he doesn't realize how dangerous things are. He just doesn't allow that danger to scare him. His belief in the rightness of what he's doing, the righteousness of his cause, defends him against fear. Who is the winner? Well, of course you can draw your own conclusion from the facts. However, the winner of this battle goes to Punisher. Going up against Batman has made Bane tough, but he's not really prepared for someone as deadly as the Punisher. The Punisher isn't going to play Bane's games. He's smart enough to figure out Bane's plans, but unlike Batman, he's not going to take the time to discover them. He's just going to show up and blast his way through them and put a bullet in Bane's head for good measure. Thank you so much for watching, and you would be so kind as to hit the subscribe button. It would mean everything to me. Comment down the next two characters you want to see face off in a battle.